For some reason, this line jumps to my mind. Strangely now, I do not aim at anything or one to blame. I see you where you've always been, with horses and with careless men. End quote. So this is seriously, this is a summation of looking at history and the current situation in the world. And so it's not aimed at any single community or belief system. The jury is still out. My inner 12 not really angry men. Well, sometimes angry, but not as angry as the criminals being tried in my inner court. I think belief in monotheism is a serious character flaw. The jury waits because we don't know yet the chicken from the egg. Is monotheism evidence of the flaw, a manifestation of its flaw, or its creator? What we have of the Nazis is a conviction they were irreligious or at best pagan. We're very keen on that. We ignore the hundreds of years of previous Christianity. They seemed driven by a lower power, not the higher one we usually approved of when we colonized, apartheided, and genocided before. But when the whole ghastly thing ended in 1945, it seems there was an acknowledgement, an admission, reparations, and an atonement by the German people. Not enough. It was impossible to do enough, but an attempt. The Armenians had no such luck. The West forgot, or never registered, or Turkey was too strategic. We'll never know. And we were in cahoots with the brutal regime in South Africa, weren't we? Many brutal regimes in Africa. Then it changed. Mandela. Did South Africa have an epiphany? White South Africa? Was de Klerk shamed into it? Was it acknowledged that racial injustice was at the heart of that society? So, what happens after Gaza? We have a lot of evidence. It isn't revealing or happening to the minds of many people from powerful countries. It isn't happening the way the evidence suggests. Powerful people go to dinner after days full of denial, home to kiss their children, sleep with their wives, church on Sunday. There is no de Klerk. I am asked to understand that the population of Gaza, a ghetto at best, if not a concentration camp, are guilty of their own condition. They elected a militant party to represent and defend them, which now holds them hostage, and now we must kill as many Palestinians as possible for their own good? It does sound Christian, doesn't it? We, however, a very prosperous state, sovereign, have agreed upon enemies. We often bomb, coerce, and sanction in our own interests, and generally tell ourselves we do these things, one, to protect our way of life, and two, protect our friends and allies from evildoers, evil empires. How are we not Hamas? Because our God is on our side, no more, no less. We are good and they are bad, and for the moment we do all our heroic things, by the way, by proxy. Many of us justify arming Israel and Ukraine as the right and moral thing to do, but not quite right enough and moral enough to step into those, quote, boots on the ground. This is not just a matter of doing God's will. It is of being God. First, we had an administration that was fine for 60-odd years, fine with a South Africa in Palestine. Now some of us are fine with a genocide. Some of our powerful are coming around too late to have qualms about desperate belligerence. Still, no state admission of guilt, collusion, facilitation, or genocide. Will the cameras be allowed in to witness the 1,000 dead dug out of the rubble, tens of thousands? Will GIs stand next to emaciated Palestinians with stunned, surprised faces? Germany was our enemy and the enemy of our friends. What kind of arrangement are we making with this? This is a reminder, in case you have no history, this is a reminder of Namibia and Leopold's Congo. What are you thinking, Keir? Donald doesn't think. What's his name? Merz? Macron? Macron. Hoist, I'd say. All that natural European hypocrisy and self-delusion comes collapsing home. You're not a force for good in the world any more than Caesar or Attila. Your ally and protege is committing genocide, and your best shot is demonizing the victims in retrospect. The history Scott Jennings will have to rewrite to please his Lord, to assure him he done good. Is the Lord pleased with Scott? It is a relief to me that the Lord doesn't exist. We can't feed him anymore with an honest heart, unless he is pleased. Will the propaganda machine work? Is it really that good? Are we really that gullible? Or is this a seeing of the light? Might those people marching and protesting on campuses say, no, no, not buying that one? Many of them born to you, killing Arabs in revenge, when righteousness is just wrong. I think those days are gone. The end of days is ended, and the children are filled with passionate intensity. It might be all they are filled with, the great intuitive no, but it is better than the shit that you are filled with. Their sin is not their lifelessness. Their sin will be acknowledged and learned from, because they acknowledge we can all, when pressed, do terrible things. Recognize disobedience is the only accountability, and not do them again forever.